Hello, you beautiful people. So, I'm pretty sure that you clicked on this video after seeing the thumbnail, and I'm guessing you're interested in the topic of a skip button existing in HSR, right? Well, lucky for you, you've landed on the perfect video to get all that juicy info. Today, I'm basically going to go over this massive news that we got related to a skip button for the story in HSR, and along with this, I'll also discuss all the content that we will be able to skip and the patch where the skip button is going to be implemented in the game. Honestly, this news is especially big for people like me who usually put story aside to focus on other things such as endgame content like Memory of Chaos or pure fiction resets, and the events that we get every patch. Before we go on though, if you're planning to pull for any of the new characters, you might want to check out Lubar because on this site you can save up to a total of 25% on all your purchases. To give an example, I'll buy this 3280 Oniric Shard pack for $43, and this same pack costs me about $50 from the in-game shop. You can see that it's cheaper, right? For the top-up process, just enter your UID in this box and choose your respective server, depending on your account. After waiting for a few minutes, I received my Jades with the double top-up bonus because it was my first purchase. If you use my link, which is in the description or the pinned comment though, you can get an extra 10% off on top of all the other discounts. Also, other than HSR, you can top up on Genshin as well using Lubar, and both of these games have quite a lot of 5-star reviews. Anyways, let me just mention the usual disclaimer that the info that I mention in this video is taken from different sources and not set in stone, so take all of it with a grain of salt. With that being said, let's begin without wasting any more of your time or energy. So, I think we all know that HSR's story is pretty long, right? I mean, you can make the argument that it's a story-driven game, which is true to a certain extent, but I think it's pretty obvious that there are a lot of unnecessary and bloated dialogues in this game. We've also seen a lot of people complain about this as well, which is why in the next Hoyoverse release after HSR being Zenless, there is already a skip button which you can use pretty much everywhere. This feature is really beloved in the Zenless community too, and this also explains why HSR will be getting a skip button of its own. Now, today's info does state that starting from patch 3.4, you will be able to skip certain parts of the story. I would assume that this means we will be able to skip all the filler stuff, but they'll still make the important stuff in the story unskippable, including things such as cutscenes and heavy lore dumps. This is exactly how it works in Zenless and Wuthering Waves as well, but because HSR has a ton of walking and other filler stuff, you probably won't be able to skip as much as you can in those other games. Either ways though, this sounds like a very positive change for pretty much everyone. For now, there is no information on what stories you will be able to skip and which you won't be able to, but from the current info, it states that every single story in the game has the possibility of being skippable, which should include main quests, side quests, and character story quests as well. Honestly though, I think this is really subject to change and kind of suspicious because I do not believe even for a single second that they will allow you to skip the main quest sections at all, knowing that it's Hoyoverse. Still, you will definitely be able to skip side quests and character story quests 100% of the time, so keep that in mind. Welp, that's all the info that we have right now related to the skip button coming in HSR. If this feature is really present in patch 3.4, we should see an official announcement about this in the live stream that's happening in a week or two. Until then, I guess we will just have to wait, but don't worry, this info comes from one of the most reliable sources that we have, so I definitely expect this to be a real thing. How do you personally feel about a skip button though? Do you think it's a good decision, or maybe it can be somewhat negative because a lot of people will likely skip the story after this? Personally, I would really love to skip some unnecessary event dialogues and side quests as well, but as for the main story, I don't really ever skip it, and I don't think I will even after the skip button. Also, I didn't mention it before as it gets annoying, but if you liked the video, then do consider subscribing. With that being said, I really love y'all, and I will see you in another one.